Understand, 'cause we are the Tech Shamans. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Awesome. Yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Cool.
Hey, good morning, everybody. What's up? Welcome to the Tech Shaman Show.
It's time for me to say good
Monday.
morning now.
Monday.
And for the serious people out there, hello and welcome to Tech Shamans.
Facebook is having issues today.
Oh, you
I can
think?
see. Look at that.
Oh, them having issues?
Right.
No, crazy
Oh,
talk.
my. Oh, my. Anyway, so, hey, good morning. So, it's kind of funny. We're sitting here before the show goes, and we're all talking about what we have. Look, 3 pages of stuff.
We'll get to
that we never
one.
get to, but we try. And
we try to cull the most important stories that we think you will find the most interesting. See, we all contribute through the week. Yeah. And so it creates this list. But, what we put in last Tuesday may be like such old news right now that we don't actually touch on it because, it's old news right now. So
and we're all sitting here talking about all our stuff, and all of a sudden and then Adam goes, "Did you see the one about the Peloton?" And I'm like, or was that you?
It was him.
And I'm like, oh yeah, the little the recreational device that's eating children.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's a recreational device. It's supposed to be working out.
God.
Yeah, they show a video online of the a couple of kids playing on it, which shouldn't be playing on no treadmill by themselves to begin with, but that treadmill just literally trying to eat a child.
This is what happens when
tech goes wild.
This is what happens when the trophy generation says, "Oh, little Johnny, he's just happy doing that," but yet when it eats the kid,
this is what happens when
it's
you
time for a
feed
lawsuit.
your technology.
Oh,
I still go through antique stores. I love antique stores, by the way, and I just tend to think of them as museums that honor my childhood, and but as I'm going through,
That's
I love.
funny.
Thank you. I made that one up myself.
You'll be here all week, folks.
Yeah, I love the fans from the 20s and 30s and 40s. That are just
you can literally lose a
3
finger.
pieces of what you could lose your whole freaking hand, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's amazing how many of us grew up with all of our hands and fingers intact. Why? Because we looked at that and went, hey, that's going to hurt. Because I'm going to experiment by starting with a popsicle stick. Let's see what it does to the popsicle stick. Oh, look, it shredded it. So I'm not going to put my finger in that thing. We were allowed to experiment when we were kids. Nowadays, everything's so safety wrapped. I mean, everybody's just, here we go.
Oh, watch the kid. Oh, there he goes.
Get up into there. Get it up. Mommy,
And little
Timmy
sis is
broke the dang treadmill again.
So here's what I had to say. Let go of the ball.
Well, I think his hands are jammed because it literally grabbed his 2 hands.
No, it did. It pulled him underneath.
Yeah, but but look, then the machine backs up. And it's like, wait, I'm not done with you yet.
I want all of you.
Jimmy.
Pac-Man. Oh, my God.
It's like
I saw something on Supernatural like this.
Look, there you go.
Look, and the machine just takes off.
We shouldn't be laughing, but it is funny.
Not for nothing though.
Yeah.
What would it take for them to put a gyroscope, realizing that the back of the machine had lifted up?
Yeah.
To really shut
There's
down
a
the
problem.
machine. Because
Yeah.
obviously there's a problem.
What would it take to just have parents not let their kids play with these things?
Well, okay, how's
Now,
this?
Anthony,
Yeah,
I
Anthony.
know.
you just offended almost all of America.
Wait,
No, only the trophy generation.
okay.
Thanks.
Then the other aspect was pets were being sucked into it too. Now you can
Now
only pet
that's
parent.
different.
You can only pet parents.
How are they getting sucked into it if it's not on?
Well, the parents are
while they're on it.
They're on the the people
Okay,
are on it.
the people are on it.
working out.
Right.
The cat walks in the room and
Yeah.
and that's
So
it.
basically, it needs a cage around the bottom is all it needs.
pretty much.
Needs a guard.
It just needs a guard around the bottom. That's a lot easier than a gyroscope. I like practical effects.
Well, you don't know. That piece of plastic could cost more money than a little on-off switch.
Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, yeah. All right. So, by the way, we're here, and it's Monday.
sorry.
And so, Adam, what did you do this weekend?
Yeah, what did you do this weekend?
I kind of.
Wow.
It was my
Wow,
grandbaby's
deer in
first-
headlights. Yeah, I saw pictures
grandbaby's
online of
first
that.
Birthday.
Yep.
He's turned 1. I don't know where the whole year went. It's that COVID effect.
Well, you know where it went? Same place this weekend went, apparently.
Exactly. I was really having a
Right.
brain fart there for a minute.
Yeah, that was
How old are
painful.
you now? You're too young to have brain
We
fart.
we had this discussion. Yes, I think I'm going on 43. I don't know.
God, youngin'. What a youngin'.
What?
Anthony stares at me like.
Yeah, I stare at you like, wow. Talk about kid.
Five-
I have kids almost your
5
age.
grandchildren.
That's
And I have 0 grandchildren, but I have kids almost your age. So, having done that, John?
I went on my 26th honeymoon.
Really?
Yep.
Now, they've been married
a
for
vacation?
26 months, so he just does it every month. No.
Yep, that's what we did.
Well, wonderful. And congratulations on your anniversary, whenever that was.
Our anniversary was April 1st, but we couldn't do anything because it was Easter because we didn't leave.
Nobody believes you. Yeah.
Mama didn't want. I know it's hard to believe someone would be married to me for 26 years, but she did. And we.
No, April 1st. Nobody believes
No,
that you actually got
no.
married.
No,
Yeah.
I actually. Yeah.
Which is why Mom made you do it again, right?
We kind of do it so when one day when we're like in our 80s, we look at each other and go, April Fools. I was just kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah, psych.
this has been the biggest joke of
So
your
we
life.
went away for our 26th week.
Wonderful.
26th honeymoon. It was kind of nice. Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah. We actually, we explored Siesta Key.
Oh.
Never been down there.
Really?
I've done jobs there.
Yeah.
It's fun. You know, everybody says, "Wow, you have a cool job. You're all over the place." Blah blah blah. Yeah, we get to see the back of a convention room.
Yeah,
a hotel
exactly.
room,
Yeah,
but we
yeah.
don't
You don't
ever
see the
get
front
to-
end.
No. So we actually saw. We were in St. Armand's Circle, which is where Lido is.
Yep.
And then we drove down and went to Siesta Village, Siesta Key Village, and
nice.
stuff like that. Oh yeah, see, like the daiquiri deck.
There you go. Look at
Yeah,
that.
what that says. Conserve water, drink daiquiris.
Daiquiris, because daiquiris are made with ice.
This is coffee,
which
not-
isn't apparently made with water. No comment.
Fake ice, I know.
Yeah.
Fake ice. But that's what I did. What did you do?
I technologied this weekend.
You did?
I did on
How dare you.
Saturday. Are you ready for this one? I fell in love with the internet.
What?
The
Whoa. Okay, porn does not
on,
count.
not on the internet, with the internet. Okay.
Yeah, I know. That's why every
And-
little kid loves the internet because there's porn. It's free now.
Try to have a serious
God.
discussion.
I know.
Our Samsung front-loading washing machine, which is probably about 10, 11 years old,
Ate his cat.
ate the cat.
Hate the
No, it stopped. The drain pump stopped working.
Oh, that's not good.
And so, but guess what? On this particular machine, you can go online and there's like a 15-minute video. There's several of them. Go on, walks you through the entire. So we ordered the part. It was delivered Friday afternoon.
By Amazon.
No. Absolutely not. Okay, we got it from the supplier. It came FedEx out of South Florida.
another
No,
name
it's
for it.
North Florida. It was
That's
Davie.
another name
It was
for
Davie,
Amazon.
Florida. No, it was from Davie, and there is no Amazon warehouse in Davie. But they shipped us the part, and I follow. And YouTube, you find a good set of instructions,
Yes.
and then you hit play, pause, play, pause. You do each step in order, and I was able to take the whole freaking washing machine apart. Replace the pump, put it back together, put the whole washing machine back together, turn around, hit go, and boom, done.
Really?
Yes. And it only took me maybe like an hour,
Really?
hour and a half. Yeah, and I was going slow because I'm going step by step by step. The only thing that was off in the instructions was the wiring harness. Or the clips were different in my model than the model they were using.
Damn them.
So it was just a little bit off, but that was it. And so I was able to do that.
No one can make a good video anymore.
And then on Sunday, before getting my COVID shot, my second COVID shot, I'm now.
What, are you
immune.
bragging now?
I'm bragging. Oh yeah. Ow.
Are you taking a picture of your card so that way if you travel, you say, "Look, here's my card"?
Yeah, I really am in favor of a COVID passport.
Well,
You have no
I'm
idea
just telling you
how in
now.
favor I am of that, John.
Yeah, that's
because there's nothing that makes me happier than having people stop me on the street and ask me for my papers.
Well, okay, so here's it was a news story that came out. I watched That Much TV, and it was on Fox 13. They said the one thing that you're supposed to do is once you get your shot, once you're fully, is take a picture of it and then take that and put that in your safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that your picture.
Yeah.
But now you can buy fake COVID.
Of course, I can do that on Photoshop in a heartbeat.
We're going to use that card for assimilation next year.
Exactly. No, but then what I did was I got my new 3D printer set up before going to get my shot. And then I used it in the afternoon after getting my shot. And it was way freaking cool. It's a new Creality S10.
You have a newer version.
Yeah, I have the V2. You've got the V1 here.
I got the V1.
And it is just phenomenal, the progress they've made, because I have an old XYZ Da Vinci. Back when they first came out as a consumer model.
Right.
My wife got me one then, and then she got me this one now. And it's just, what a difference.
Yeah.
This thing here will print like 12 by 12 by 16. It's a massive bed, and it's just phenomenal.
It still takes 48
Huge.
hours to print out a project.
No, I did
no.
6 hours.
6 hours to do my the lightsaber
hilt.
stand.
Yeah.
That I made, and I would have brought it in to show you, but I didn't think of it. It's busy. It's busy holding a lightsaber.
It was too white.
It's it would mess with your color balance.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I did this weekend.
Not a boy.
Wow.
Well, you know what NASA did?
Yeah.
They test flew the drone.
No.
They no.
No. They flew a UFO on another planet.
Oh, you make a valid
hey,
point.
That's actually
Except if there's no one there to unidentify it, is it still unidentified?
right.
We knew what it was, but did they know what it was?
Wow, that is a really neat perspective. My only question was, did they register it with the FAA before they let it go?
That's great.
See, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was over 250 grams.
Well, there's nobody on there. It wouldn't be a space pirate. It would be an invasion.
We've just
we
have
invaded Mars. I mean, you know what? Remember War of the Worlds?
Yeah.
They land, they crash, and then the
Yeah,
things come up and out. Yeah, I remember that completely. Which I think is where the word pew pew comes from, because that's actually the sound made by that ray gun.
I wonder if the guys that programmed it programmed some sounds too, just to be shitheads. And you hear the guys going,
Take us
"Do
to
you
your
guys
leader.
hear something?"
We come in peace, shoot to kill.
So the imagery that you're seeing, or that we will show, I don't know if we showed it or not, that it's only a 10-second flight. It's amazing. They built it up and 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 they built it up, right?
Yeah.
And it was 10 seconds. But for those who are scientifically and engineer driven, you're going, okay, it needed that test flight.
Well, yeah.
True test flight.
Well, I mean, you got to stop and think. My drone relies on GPS.
Correct.
For coordination, orientation, everything. Ain't no GPS signals on Mars.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a lot of difference between flying a drone here and flying a drone there.
And just think how thin the atmosphere is.
It isn't. It is.
It's thin enough.
It just doesn't have oxygen.
Oh, okay. Well, it's all right then.
It's still thin, and the
It's still
gravity
thinner.
And the
It's
and the
thinner,
gravity's
yeah.
not as heavy.
Yeah, it's like
So if you
0.9.
go too high, it'll be like, oh, I'm gone.
No, that's not how drones work.
I know. This is how mine works. I had one that just rose up and looked at me and went, I'm out of here, and just took off. I'm like, well, okay.
Have a great life.
That was a $400 experience. Like,
That was an AI awakening.
I love mine has a home button on it, so as long as it's still within range, I can mash that button.
I still have mine.
And it will try to come straight through any tree branch to get to me.
That's it. See, I still have my DJI Phantom 3.
Mm-hmm.
I love that thing. It's honking big. There was a kid at a home show that we did last week, and he had these two little Mavic J Pros, and they're like tiny little things. And he was going, well, because they don't weigh as much, I don't have to register them in the FAA.
Yeah.
I said, well, technically, the minute you charge, you have to register with the FAA.
Oh, yeah. For commercial use,
if you're
you have to
commercial
register.
use, you have to register them.
Yep.
But here's the thing: you don't have to. See, this is what everybody thinks, that every single drone that say I own 4 drones, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't need 4 FAA numbers.
No.
I have one FAA number that I fly
As an
under,
operator.
and it has to be on all my drones,
Yep.
right? So, anyway, I like my big honking one. It doesn't,
I do too.
It has the home. It has the home and stuff like that. And now it does not have avoidance and all that kind of stuff. That was the
No,
Ford.
mine doesn't have
that. was
that.
the Ford that came back. But I'll tell
Trust
you
me.
what.
I've been through enough blades.
I
Of course,
have
now I can 3D
wrecked-
print my own blades, so I'm
I
really
have
happy.
wrecked mine so many times that
Oh, yeah.
it's not wide anymore. It's got like
Yep.
collision
They
marks.
just
and-
they just need they just need your numbers on it when they find it in the turbines of a
right,
plane. You know,
pretty
so
much.
They can know who they
I
were
don't go
playing.
that high all
Yeah.
the time.
I'm
All the time.
No, mine of course has you know the 1080. No, mine has a 4K camera on it. It's just stupid. Okay, I mean it's like the first time I pulled the card and tried to plug it into my old PC, it just stopped.
Yeah.
It's so dense with data, and so it's a. But the camera on it got mashed in an accident.
Yeah.
And jimbled around, and I'm like, oh god, I can't. I finally just went, well, it's not working anyway. I went pop, and it just popped right back into place. I'm like, okay, we're good. That was it. You know, the weapon of last resort is force it.
Well, that's one thing about the older DJIs. I can just take that off and put on a put a GoPro on it.
Yeah, I can't do that. Mine comes with a camera, which
Oh, it- no, it
does
came
the
with the
swivel
camera
and
and
all
the
that
gimbal.
stuff.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
no, the GoPro's
But
cool.
you can change those out.
Just put a
Yeah.
laser on it and shine a laser back at Earth. You know, nobody ever does that. Everybody
No.
just shines lasers up. Let's shine lasers
or hit
back.
the moon. You know, you can
Shoot the moon?
You know, you can still do that.
Well, yeah, you can hit it,
There's-
but
no,
the beam
there's-
is so wide.
There's a reflective mirror still left on the moon that you can actually hit with certain lasers.
Yeah.
To measure.
Yeah,
the distance, yeah.
but your cat toy pointer will not work. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
No, this has got to
Yeah.
be a big boy. But anyway,
This has got to be. Yes. Meanwhile, back
so-
at drones.
So NASA did a pretty good thing.
Yeah, that
to
is
me,
very,
was kinda
very
cool.
cool.
You know, it's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
that is cool.
I like cool. We all like cool, right? So now I put this one here for you. There,
A damn.
IT boy, right? Microsoft Edge is getting a performance mode to improve the RAM, CPU, and battery usage. Why?
Well, Google Chromium, Google Chrome itself, which it's all based off the Chromium browser
Right.
back end. Once Microsoft got hold of it and built Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge. They did some performance tweaks that Google was kind of like, wow, that's kind of cool. Edge does perform a bit quicker than
Chrome.
Google Chrome. It does
And while still gathering all of your personal
Well,
data.
yes, while
There's
still
absolutely
gathering all your
no halting in performance.
well, that's because it's just Bing, and Bing doesn't it doesn't give good results anyway. So it's just like it couldn't figure out anything. So well, anyways,
Bing is sad.
Bing is bad,
I'm using
Sad.
DuckDuckGo and I'm loving it.
but
ahead.
really,
Which
what
is
it
built
is.
on Chromium.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
I'll look it up.
Rob,
The internet doesn't lie.
Rob checked you on that last time. He goes, no, it's built on Chromium.
Yeah. Is Rob an independent
Well,
fact checker from the Pointer
He
Institute?
is actually. Let me tell you something about Rob.
He's our fact checker in the back.
Let me
Never
tell you,
mind the man
Rob
behind a
is
curtain.
he is the dude.
He's not independent. You pay him. I don't.
He's an independent contractor.
All right. Let me go here.
But yeah, so Rob will research. I mean, dude, if you want to really know something about something, send it to Rob. Rob will figure that shit out. Because I'm telling you, I mean, he went, and I'm not. Oh, here we go, bunny trail. He bought a helmet right for his motorcycle and a comp system, whole nut kind. He literally researched that shit for 3 months before he even thought about buying it. I'm like. So to me, I'm like, yeah, it looks good. Let's get it. I'm okay. It looks kind of cool.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it is what it is. But
Yeah, so they're just trying to make Microsoft Edge more appealing to the base.
well,
And
it's got the word Microsoft on it, so that's pretty much lost to me.
they'll stop working on it soon.
So Anthony, the rolling budget.
Yes, the rolling
how to make
budget.
your sales programs pay for itself. Please, God, tell me how to do this.
Okay. Here's the
Just keep
cool
getting
thing.
More expensive.
There are two things that you can do with your online marketing budget. One is to throw a bunch of money at it and hope people, respond and come in. The other, which is kind of cool, is to create a ridiculously great piece, an ebook, an evergreen workshop, something that people will pay a small amount for. $5, $9, something stupid and cheap. But if it only costs you $6 to get every one of those leads, okay, or let's just say it costs you $9
Right.
to get each one of those leads in the door, those are free leads. So you start your program with a $1,000 budget and you never put any more money in.
Okay.
It keeps paying for itself every month. Now, that's if it's set at a break even. If you are in a position whereby you know your cost of acquisition, you know what you're selling, you know your cost of goods, you know all that crap, and you look at that thing and you get it down to where it's, let's say, paying you, it's only costing you $4.50 to get the lead, and you're getting $9 in off this workshop, this cheap whatever, then what you do is, your first week you go out there and you put your $1,000 in your budget, and you get $2,000 back. So the next week you put $2,000 into your budget,
$4,000?
and you get $4,000 back.
I can add.
And then
And
you put
multiply.
$4,000 in, you get $8,000 back. And you keep doing that, and the key is not, how many impressions you make, how many, none of that. The key is what's your return on investment. Because we know we can't trust Facebook numbers. We know we can't trust any of that crap. Okay? All we have to look at is what we're paying and what we're getting. And if you are doubling your money on these ads, then the object is to keep putting it in until you see the doubling slow down. That's when you hit the point of diminishing returns. So if you've doubled up to the point where you're spending $50,000 and you're getting $99,000 back, guess what? $49,000 of that's yours to spend. Have a good day.
Well,
Okay? You'd keep rolling the same money back in the next week. And that is how you make your money in your budget. And that's how you're able, and a lot of people don't understand, because we can never do that, okay, with traditional advertising. You can't do that with a newspaper ad.
nope.
You run it, and you got to run the budget, and you're putting it out, and you're finding out later on, 8 weeks later, that this is what it did, okay? Because you were, maybe able to trace it back by the number of coupons you took in or something stupid like
Right.
that, okay? But in the digital age, we don't do that. We know exactly what our return is on an ad because it's running right now, and the payments are coming in right next to it. So now let's take the second philosophy and apply it back to the first one, where your freebie thing is out there, and let's say it's running at $4.50 and you're doubling it. Remember, this is just your freebie thing.
Right.
All you are doing, or it's called a tripwire, all you're doing is gathering leads, because that thing you created is directly related to the subject matter that you may have a much higher end item you want to sell. So you're gathering this huge audience of people, and it's not costing you a penny. Everybody's happy because what you sold them for $9 was probably worth $100 to them, because it may have solved some quick problem they had just like that. Okay, so, it saved them 5 hours of work or whatever, but you just gave them the course. Like me doing the washing machine repair.
Right.
What an ideal place for a place to put in a $5 evergreen video. Okay?
Right.
And market that to homeowners on Facebook, and just have this whole litany of courses that you can go in and click on, like Masterclass, put all these things in there and sell them. Instead, people are going out to YouTube, hoping YouTube will generate some ad revenue for them after they get 1,000 followers, okay, or 10,000
Right.
views, or all this stuff. Then YouTube will finally give you 50 cents. Okay? Instead, own it. Market it. Use the piece to be an intro level piece. Having trouble with your washing machine, here's our $5 course that can save you $300 in repairs. Okay, there's your message. Going back to what happened to me this weekend, and honestly, I never put the two together until I'm sitting here. But that's how I roll. But that is the rolling budget, and you just keep increasing until you hit the point of diminishing returns. And it may be that your tripwire. I mean, I saw this one guy. He's selling a book. It was called The Motivation Manifesto. Brendan Burchard, and he's given away this beautiful. It looks just like this. Okay, it's a hardcover book. Okay, it's absolutely gorgeous, gold embossed, great writing. He wrote it himself, and he's giving it away. It's free. All you do is pay shipping and handling. Well, guess what? It's media, so it's shipping out for $1.50. Okay, and I know that printing that book would be about $6 or $7 in mass if I bought a large quantity. So for $8.50, I'm now charging $9.95 shipping and handling. Take off my 3% for the credit card and everything. I'm still making a little bit of money. But now all these people have received my book. Instead of saying, pay $9.95 for the book and have free shipping. Everybody's like, well, so what? Just say the book is free. All you do is pay the shipping and handling.
It's almost like a lost lead.
It's called a tripwire. And the key behind it is once somebody has given you their credit card once, they are so much easier to close on a higher deal. Once you have shown them you deliver what you promise.
So my question is, why did you buy the book? Why would you have bought the book?
Brendan's book?
Yeah.
In the first place? Well, first of all, I didn't buy it. I got it for free. Secondly...
no, you bought it because you paid shipping and handling.
Well, we know
I'm
that.
an infomercial.
We know that
world.
up
Trust
here.
me. I know when they offer you those 3 payments of $19.99. The
first one covers it.
That product costs $19.95.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Yep.
And then you get
They
shipping
cover it with
and
the first
handling.
one.
Oh, we're going $9.95. That means shipping and handling truly only costs $4.
Exactly.
So they make their
No,
money.
everything about it is about making the money.
But why
in
did
this
you
case,
buy it? Or get it for free? Whatever.
Well, Brendan had a beautiful video that he put out explaining what was in it, explaining why he wrote it, explaining his life story, his trials and tribulations, how when he was like 25 years old or something, he's living in a rented room in like a horrible situation. Okay, he has no money. He's down to like $48, and he comes back, and from that,
down to like I had $20 left in my pocket.
yeah. And there he was living next to a train. He couldn't even sleep at night because, the train tracks are right there.
30 grand in the
So, and, he then figured out what to do, what people wanted to know. And what they really wanted was motivation. They needed their own motivation. They needed to find it. And so if you can find your own motivation, you can identify it yourself. You can go ahead and you can move beyond that place where you're stuck and find the energy to get yourself out of it and find the energy to find the way to get out of it, which is really what it's about. So when all that was there, suddenly it's like, wow, and I get the book for free? I'll do it.
See, this is why and you're driving me right back. We're never going to get to any of these Harleys. You drove me right back to where I went to. We had a potential client come in.
Yep.
And person had wrote these books.
Yep.
Probably great books. But I don't care. Because if I can't buy into the person selling the product,
right,
I am not going to buy the product. I don't care. I don't care what the product is.
Nope.
You always find if you there's motivation.
Perfect example. Brendan's story is what sold me.
It motivates
like
you.
Brendan.
Like this guy. Oh my God, he could put 7 different things on it, and you would probably buy 5
or 6. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So it's all about liking or connecting with the person selling the product.
That is exactly right.
And that's what we do here at We Beam TV. We help you become that like person so you can sell shit.
You become the understood person so that you can maximize the potential of your merchandise.
I was told that I'm very blunt.
Or what John said. So, we work with all types. And
that's why I am white. No, but that's the point.
No, you know what? I hadn't even made the connection.
Yeah,
but you're exactly right. Brendan is the product.
Yeah,
the book is a tripwire. The book is a tripwire for his courses, for his other things, for his personal coaching, which is, $5,000 a month for things. Yeah. So, you know what? Making my advertising program pay for itself.
That makes sense.
It's one of the best things. And so you read the book and you go, wow, I want more.
Right.
What's the next step? What do I do next? I love this.
There's more.
But wait, there's more. There's always more.
So on this next one, talking about buying into a product, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Rob and I get here on Monday morning. We start putting the show together, and I'm like, hey, Rob's like, Adam is really excited about this Apple event. And I'm like, yeah, because you had to put like 5 or 6 things in there, which we've got them. But so tomorrow is the new Big Apple event.
Yeah, so they released the information, I think, last week that they were just going to go ahead and do an April 20th event. They were talking that they
420.
420. Ah, that's great.
That date has a lot of meaning.
Has a lot of meaning.
Has a lot of meaning. I mean, it is
not
Hitler's
just for
birthday.
the smokers.
No, it's Hitler's birthday.
Oh, is it really?
It is. It's also the birthday of a woman I dated, the first woman I dated after my divorce, and I should have realized there was a connection there. And it's also, oddly enough,
that's awesome.
the 49th anniversary of my dad's dying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So April 20th just keeps coming up again and again and again.
Well,
And now it's going to be Apple's great
but
Hitlerian takeover of the planet.
Are they really releasing a lot?
Well, later on, I put in some of the information that they were that we anticipate them talking about, and some of this stuff is possibly releasing a new update to the iMac, and the AirTags is one of the things that is we're hoping they're kind of going to talk about.
Oh God, I still want those.
Yeah, you know.
For those who don't know what they are,
Yeah,
Adam, can you explain them?
The AirTag is supposed to be basically like the little tags you can put on your keyring if you lose your
RFID chips?
Yeah, basically.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Don't
they're
you hate
Apple.
when someone like
But
me
they're
just
Apple-based.
downplays it's not just an RFID chip?
But it uses Bluetooth and then their
just a boat.
U1 chip.
Yep.
For the low energy tracking, so they'll be able to track the item in the house even better than, say, for instance, you lose your keys in the couch. Instead of saying, yeah, your keys are at home, it can literally direct you into the room that your keys are located. That's big. So
I used to have one of those things where you slapped your hands and we go beep, 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 beep.
There you go.
And then, but the problem was then the lights would go out.
Well, yes, because I still have clap-ons and clap-offs.
You've still got the clap.
They're supposed to be also supposed to be talking about a new iPad Mini.
That I did
6th
hear.
gen.
Right.
And maybe
I'm
a
surprised they
refresh.
still sell those because I mean
I know.
the big X versions of
And
the
they're so
phones are almost as
expensive.
big as the minis.
And
I
the
guess it's
minis
a
are
new Apple
expensive.
Pencil.
New Apple Pencil, which who cares?
Hey, I
Hey.
love my Apple Pencil.
Look, Steve said he was never going to release a pencil.
No, he said he was never going to release
No.
a stylus.
No. Okay. That's how we got away with it.
Hold on. So yeah, Rusty, that's old technology because
Yeah.
I'm old and I like to use old stuff. I still drive a 2003 vehicle.
That's because it works.
What is it? What's the other one? The Apple TV.
Apple.
Yeah.
Okay, so but that's just they're just going to make the new Apple TV a little better.
Well,
I don't know how much
supposedly a
better
little
you can
better.
make it. It already works.
Well, they were supposed to be doing like a gaming component because they really released Apple Arcade. And
I
they
play
started-
Frogger all the time.
Well, then they integrated the PlayStation 4 controllers and other controllers into, can they begin synced with the Apple TV.
Oh,
now.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Any of the Bluetooth
I've
controllers?
been using that stupid little remote.
No.
Oh my God! You know how hard
Get
it is
your
to make the little
PlayStation 4,
Frogger.
get your-
Ah, crap!
Get your Bluetooth Xbox controllers and it'll
Really?
sync it. Yeah.
Oh, I
So
know.
here's
world
my
just got
question.
better.
Is
And your phone.
it acceptable now, because it used to be major taboo, to play any kind of video games using your projector? Because I have a 120-inch screen. And is it bad still to use the projector because
No.
it'll burn out the little pixel cells?
No.
No.
So,
No.
so
And the refresh rate
that's
on
not
the
a thing
projector.
Yeah,
anymore.
it depends on your refresh
It was
rate.
like 10 years ago. That was a
well.
major no-no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go ham now.
You can have fun, dude. Get on it.
Oh yeah.
Make
I
it
mean,
happen, Captain.
So, tomorrow there's going to be an Apple event, so look
Well,
out
that's
for that
kinda
if
cool.
you're interested in
Yep.
any of the new technology.
That's very cool.
Or if you were on the fence about something, maybe you might want to wait. There's supposed to be a refresh of the 16 iMacs too, which the 16-inch. So they may.
Really?
Yeah, they're supposed to be doing some changes to that.
I didn't know they made anything that small anymore. Wow.
The 16-inch.
Yeah.
Yes, the big one.
We're gonna
No.
Hey, Rob,
I got a 21 and a half.
We're
Is it
gonna
23 and a
skip
half?
number
I
six.
didn't know it was any
I mean
smaller.
MacBook, I'm sorry,
Oh,
MacBook.
MacBook. Yeah.
Pro.
There
I
we go.
apologize.
See? There we go. Use the right words, and we all know what you mean.
Don't. Words are just words. They don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Words.
It's what I was thinking. that
Hey,
makes
Mama, I'm
the
going to mumbo down to the banana patch.
Yeah, see.
Robin
So
Williams. No, Steve Martin.
so Intel and TSMC says chip.
Are they
shortage
still in
could
business?
Yes. I guess could last until 2022 or beyond.
To 2022 and beyond. Yeah.
This sucks.
I'm Chip Lightyear.
How? I mean, can't they? Can they not produce these things faster?
Maybe they're just having a difficult time finding silicone.
California's a ton of it. They're all walking around.
It's all found in one valley, though.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about
Hence, they're called Valley Girls. They're Valley Girls.
Valley Girls.
There you go.
Yeah.
Silicon Valley.
Silicon
Girls.
Valley Girls.
Silicon Valley
That's where all the silicone went. Just saying. I don't know. I think this is going to be a problem.
Oh, you
there
think?
Could be. There's not enough
This is
manufacturing.
crazy. I mean, and what does it take? I guess it depends on. Nobody wants to forecast that. Oh, gee, I'm going to go put a bunch into building this. It'll be
Right.
like biodiesel back when gas was $5 a gallon. Everybody sunk money into building biodiesel plants, and then gas dropped to $1.50.
Yeah,
and they all shut down.
Would they want to boost production in other countries where labor rates would probably be a lot higher and cause the prices of the chips to be higher, or just let it be a shortage? And they probably look like they're just wanting to be a shortage.
Well, I mean, supply and demand, and look, we have a shortage. We can charge more.
Right.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
I kind of that's me.
And then I ask, is
I'm
there
Mr.
even really a shortage?
Right. That's what I'm saying. I know everybody says, "Oh, Mr. Conspiracy." Is there really a shortage?
Maybe there's just a backup of
I
orders.
think this is a way. I think this is a way that they're going to go. You know what? We can still stick it to. We were so cheap for such a long time that now it's time for us.
Sounds
to make
like
our money.
OPEC.
OPEC.
That's what OPEC does with oil
They'll
prices.
hold it back when they're not
Yeah.
feeling they're making enough money. They kind of hold it back a little bit, so you have to pay a little bit more.
Oh, no. They just float the rumor that they're going to hold it back.
Oh, that yeah,
There you
true.
Okay, and
They don't even do it.
all
They
the
just
dealers
go,
up and down the streets go ahead and raise
"Yeah,
gas
I think
prices.
We're going to
Because our gas prices are actually based on the futures market, not based on the actual price of gas, and that's what's insane.
That is true.
It's what somebody bought them for 6 months ago or 3 weeks ago, what they thought it was going to be. And so they've got these futures contracts out there now, and that's what they're fulfilling at those prices. Even though prices drop through the floor, you're not seeing it because you're still living off, contracts they bought a month ago.
You're living off speculation.
And the other way around. But here's the thing. You notice how when there's good news on gas prices, the prices drop really slowly. But as soon as there's the slightest amount of
20-cent jump,
you get a 40-cent freaking jump, okay, in overnight.
Actually, what they really do is they wait for Rob to go fill his tank, and then they
know
then they'll drop
exactly.
it.
Yeah. They'll drop it the next day, or they go, he's got to be
Rob, go
getting
get
low.
gas.
He's got to be getting low, and the next thing you know, they're going to go, well, you know what? He's probably needing gas. Raise it.
Absolutely.
Every time he fills up, I'm like, I'm waiting for. I always, you filled up yet? Because as soon as he
for the
fills
day
up,
after.
it drops. I'm telling you, every time he needs it, they raise it. It's crazy.
Yep.
He is our gas gauge. So the next thing is the U.S. is going to investigates code testing hack that could affect thousands of companies.
Well, that's interesting.
How about that?
Especially after last week when the FBI had suddenly jumped into a whole bunch of corporate computers and helped relieve some of the hacking issues that were involving the mail servers.
Right.
So this is kind of
So this is jumping back to the whole SolarWinds thing.
yeah.
29,000 customers at Procter & Gamble, Washington Post, tech companies Atlassian, and GoDaddy that hit. So now they're like, okay, well, we're going to test this code to see if it tells us where everything's coming from, where it's going to. So, I mean,
Yeah. It just
Thanks,
drives
government.
me crazy. What is the point?
thanks, Big Brother. Like you didn't know it was already happening.
I lost 6 websites
That's
last
because
week.
they wrote it.
I lost 6 websites last
That is
week.
true.
That's because they wrote that code, and that code was stolen a long time ago.
Yeah.
And
Which is why they were able to recognize it. so
yeah, they're
easily.
like, oh, there it is. I recognize that.
Yep. So, speaking of hacking, all right. So Intel shows off a new technology, technology to filter out hate. Oh, come on, John. Oh my gosh, I hate. All right. Well, I had an ad in here. Let me just see if I can find it real quick.
Okay.
That's the wrong one. I don't know what happened. I messed up. So Intel.
You had 10 jobs.
John,
I know,
John,
right?
Is that a Viagra commercial?
No, it's not a Viagra commercial. Intel shows off new technology to filter out. This is old. We're supposed to be talking about. Actually, the FCC. That's what it is. The FCC has a. Okay, so we all pay for this 50 up, 100 down, or
Yep.
a gig down and 500 up, and they this outrageous freaking. Okay.
And in the fine print, it says up to.
Up to.
Up to
right? Not
500.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
Right? So the FCC speed test app to stick it to crappy internet providers. Dude, I am all about this because as much as
Truth in advertising matters.
yeah, as much as I appreciate Bright House being there for me when the original Verizon FiOS went, when they switched the switch over to Frontier, oh my God, it was a freaking nightmare. And Bright House came in and they did us a really good job. But the problem is I don't honestly think I'm getting what I'm supposed to be getting ever. Mm-hmm. And so the FCC has this new. You can actually go download I think I downloaded on this machine. I downloaded on here because FCC speed test. Mm-hmm. And it truly checks your internet.
Nice.
And I was at home last night, and every now and then when you're watching your Apple TV or it goes, you get this stutter, or it'll go out of sync, or it will you get this this program stop working, blah blah blah. And then you just go back and hit refresh, and it'll start all over again. It's because your internet has been jacked up. I was testing it last night. We have two internet services in the house. One is Verizon, not Verizon. One's Frontier, and one's Bright House. My side of the house is on Spectrum, and Dylan, my son, brought in FiOS because he needs it for streaming and point gaming. And I'll tell you what, it was getting killed last night. Killed.
Both of them?
Yeah, I was supposed to have at the house. I didn't check his, but I checked Spectrum's, and we probably had 50 down, which we're supposed to get like 400 or whatever it is, and then up one.
I had that
one
happen. No, that was
and I was supposed to be
something
getting
else.
20.
Yeah. I turned on a computer that I hadn't used in a while, and just user note here. It was so sluggish, but I realized I had Dropbox on it. And I hadn't turned it on in a month or two.
It was trying to.
And so it was downloading it was like 1,700 files on Dropbox.
Please wait while we sync.
Exactly.
Now,
so it was eating up all my bandwidth. But if it's both services are getting eaten, okay, then that's definitely, something's going on. And you know what? I don't mind. If you're going to sell me 500 down, okay, then at some point, somewhere during some time in my life, I should actually see 500 down.
Right.
Not be told, well, yeah, we say that because it could get that fast, but you'll only ever get 200.
Right.
And it's like, well, then why am I paying for 500 if I never actually see 500?
Right.
And I think this is what this is referring to in trying to report these things, because if they're going to sell me on 500, I should get it sometime. My 200 should be my minimum.
Well, when back when it was Verizon Frontier or Verizon FiOS, we had it in our other studio in downtown Newport Richey, and we were paying for the gig down and 500 up.
Yep.
I had one of the guys every day, 3 times a day. He would test it, and I was always constantly getting 100, 200, and it makes a difference when you have 14 computers sitting on the network going through this massive switch and whatever they had put in there. And and it kills us. But what we found out from Adam is, and I did not know this,
Yep.
is on your network, whatever your slowest computer is,
Yes.
that dictates the speed.
Yep.
That can, if depending on your if you're on the Wi-Fi specifically,
Yeah.
yes. Or if you have, for instance, if you have a switch and the port coming out of that switch, the WAN port is only a 10100, then you can have gigabit all the way across the board, but still only be able to, that final leg to your modem is only going to be 10100.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was amazing. So I actually downloaded it and actually used it last night. I couldn't believe how
Did you
well it
see-
actually worked.
Did you look at who developed the app? The name of the development company?
No.
Sam knows.
Sam knows. Sam knows.
Uncle Sam knows.
Uncle Sam knows. Oh, that's a scary name.
Let's talk about something funny. You ready for this?
Okay.
So DeSantis,
Yeah.
his video last week got pulled from YouTube.
Yep.
So what does he do? He goes to Rumble.
And goes to Rumble.
Rumble.
I mean, he sat down and he had a round table with 4 scientists, esteemed, well-known, well-lettered. Okay, he himself is a Harvard grad. Okay, I mean, he's Yale and Harvard.
I thought it was Yale.
No, he went to Yale for undergrad and Harvard for his
Okay.
lawyer doctorate or degree. And so he's no slouch. So he sits down and has a round table discussing this subject, and YouTube bans the video because it's off message. And at that point, I'm sorry, it's
Alphabet.
why.
Banned.
Why are we not allowed to see 4 scientists answering questions about this?
Because it's not what Alphabet wanted you to know.
That is exactly
Or
right.
The FBI or
And
CIA,
so around it goes, and now
NSA.
he's moved over to Rumble,
FCC.
which leads to the concept of you out there in viewer land, you know who your customers are, you know what your customers like, think, feel, believe. And so when people like DeSantis and all the others have been switched over, okay, Bongino, who's taken over Rush Limbaugh's spot, he's banned, okay, he's well, he may or may not be, but he owns part of Rumble. He's an investor in Rumble.
Right.
So he's there. That's where you get him. That's where you find him.
I thought it was not Rumble. I thought it was.
He was also Parler. He did both.
Parler, right.
Yeah. No, he was in both. And so these are things that you really need to think about where your audience is now, because many of them are never looking back. They have closed their social media accounts outside of Gab and Parler and, Frank, which is coming up now. Okay, those are the ones that are open.
Hey, if you join Frank, do you get a free pillow?
I wish.
No, I have one of his pillows. No, you don't.
Oh, really?
Oh, horrible.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for saving me the trouble. But in this case, and you know what? It's a free market. I can decide not to buy his pillow.
That's right.
I love that part.
How about that?
I love that part. I mean, can you imagine if someone decided?
How about that?
Catch me outside. Oh, that's awesome. Catch me outside.
How about that?
So, New York State just passed.
Oh, hold
a
on.
law.
Before we get to this.
What?
Now, I was.
I'm
So,
reading over his shoulder, and it's a pretty good headline.
so WeBeam TV is potentially moving locations again.
He didn't
But-
say internet providers.
Huh?
I said you didn't say internet providers locations.
No, patient. So, we were thinking about, you know what, we're going to make WeBeam TV more of a viewers like PBS. We want everybody to get involved. So we're going to, instead of doing, you said
The
something
tech
about
rainbow.
doing it, instead of doing a
a GoFundMe, or
GoFundMe,
any of those.
we can do that
we can
on our
build it
own.
right on our own
So I
platform.
mentioned that to somebody else, and they're like, "Oh, you're kidding me! You guys can do that?"
we
And
can
I'm
do that.
like, "Yeah, let's talk about that real quick
Yeah.
before we go
Yeah.
to this New York State thing."
Okay. No, we can set you up with your own, GoFundMe crowdfunding, platform on your own website. So you may want to have a crowdfunding project. Let's say you did artwork, and you're going to do a limited number of prints, and you're going to write them. You can crowdfund them. And at different levels, people can get different print. You can do whatever you want with that. You want to open a studio. okay, and you want to do television programs and get stuff like that, you can crowdfund it. You want to have your own program of, that you're on. Maybe you're doing YouTube. Maybe you're doing here, wherever the hell it is. But you don't want to give all that money to Patreon.
Right.
Okay. And you don't want to give all the money to whomever. Okay. You can set up your own crowdfunding platform, or we can set it up for you.
Right.
Okay. Directly within your website.
So if I have a show that comes in, it wants to try to source fund it.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
We can do it.
I just mentioned that to somebody the other day. It was a nonprofit, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Can we call you guys?"
Yeah.
Because you get lost.
Call me, maybe.
On GoFundMe.
Oh my God, yeah.
GoFundMe.com.
That's
Go to
the thing.
And then next thing you know, everybody's looking at everybody else's project.
Yeah. I mean,
So why not build your own website?
There is a formula
Yep.
for winning on, like GoFundMe, for example. Let's say you need 10 grand for your project. Step one, you find out how many people you can get together as friends and family who are willing to go in, even if you give them the cash in advance, to go in and donate within the first 24 hours. And you want to hit, whatever your goal is in the first 24 hours. So what you do is you find out you can gather $3,500. But you needed 10,000, right? No. You set your goal at 3,000. Then they go in and they all donate, okay, and boom, then you announce a stretch goal, okay? But what happens is when you hit numbers that fast, you game the algorithm that launches you over to the front page. It says, whoa, this is a really popular one. Look, they're at 160% of their goal, and it's only 48 hours in. Wow, and now the lemmings all jump in.
Right.
And that is how you game a crowdsourcing. And I worked with people producing a movie, and they tried it 3 times. Before coming to me, they raised like 30% of their goal, 40% of their goal, and 20% of their goal. I helped them restructure it, and the first time out of the gate, they were panicking because, we need $7,000 for this next part. I said, just do it. So they put it out with a $2,000 target, and bang, they raised $11,000.
See, crazy.
Yep.
You have to game the system to work.
Yeah, but if you have your own platform, you're not competing with all these people. There is no algorithm. You can advertise for yourself to your people. That's it. And they don't go there and get lost and go, oh, I've got $10 to give, but oh my God, if I give it to this guy, he'll 3D print me a miniature of, a halfling druid. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and use that. That's going to be my $10. And GoFundMe thanks you very much for sending them there.
Because they get a chunk of that.
They get a chunk of it. And when it's on your platform, the only thing you give up, credit card fee.
Boom.
You got it all.
There it goes.
And what's neat is, we can actually start our own platform of helping people do this, replacing GoFundMe with our own site.
Right.
Yeah. So we have all these tools,
now called
and it's a question of which tools are right for you because they're all out there.
Boom.
Everything has been so democratized. Now off to the $15 broadband.
Okay, so Governor Cuomo signed a new bill that caps prices at $20 for 200 megabits down. So it's not going to be super fast, but it makes it where everybody can get it.
Right.
200 megabits down.
Yeah.
That's lightning. That's like you watch HD movies without any difficulty at all.
But remember, most of the service providers up there in New York also have data caps. So they're going to get their money no matter what. And all they have to do is change their data cap.
And this is my issue with things like this, okay, is when the government comes out and makes a mandate, it creates a race to the bottom. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is all I have to do? Then that's all I'm going to offer.
Right.
I don't have to do anymore. And that's the problem with all these regulations. It's a race to the bottom.
But they can throttle it 25 megabits down. They can throttle it.
They can throttle it.
Right.
Wow,
Yeah.
geez.
And, 25
But you have to
megabits,
be-
you sure as heck ain't going to watch a movie
You have
at that.
to be low income and qualify.
Oh.
They really need whatever happened to all that money when that was being given out for the telecoms to go ahead and start building nationwide broadband to really
They
start.
spent it
Yeah, they spent
on political donations.
They,
No joke, guys. No
Yeah.
joke.
That-
Okay, it
No,
is
that's
the money
so
comes
true.
from the taxpayer gets allocated to these businesses that are, basically have the politicians in their pockets and vice versa. And then they take that money and they donate it to the politicians, who then create another bill that generates more money that goes back, and it just keeps circling around in the campaign coffers. So
this is going to make people mad. So now everybody, instead of everybody in New York, instead of saying, I want my Obama phone, they're going to be like, I want my Cuomo download.
I want my Cuomo
I
load.
like when there's all
Cuomo
these
Quo-fi.
There's always these social programs.
Yep.
And it's funny how people then demand that they are given this stuff. It's like they get to the point where they're like,
It's what they deserve.
It's a right.
They deserve this.
Right. Well,
Don't get me started on that shit.
That just bothers me.
I'll make
so
more people
much.
mad. Yeah.
John, you make people mad?
I'm very blunt.
That's
I've been told
ridiculous.
that. I'm very blunt.
That's
John, you're
ridiculous.
So blunt.
You're not blunt.
Yeah. Well, actually, so AT&T. Now, this is a story that I thought I guess I must have messed it up.
What was it?
But AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, they want you to stop going with the local carriers,
Right.
like Bright House and blah blah blah. I put in there, but I put the wrong article in there. And they want to become your internet provider.
Right.
Which only makes sense, especially if 5G really is coming, to fruition, and they can really build out the network.
So on a hotspot, which is what they're going to make you buy, right?
Well,
Free
technically,
computer,
yeah.
right? Because especially, and what if you're an old computer and you don't have Wi-Fi capabilities?
Well, they have cellular modems. I mean, routers.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Which has.
Yeah, you can plug into the router.
Yeah. You can plug in hardwired. The unit itself is
you
just going to
try to get 5 people in a normal household hitting that 5G all at once, with all your smart devices and there's
Two
no
people watching
way.
Netflix and
It'll kill. I mean, I'm sitting there. Let me tell you, when they're on the road. Oh, we only got 47. That doesn't matter what I'm going to do. Hey, thank you for watching.
Wow.
We appreciate it.
We love you guys.
Today went by really quick. While we bunny trailed all over the place.
Thank the thousands of you who have tuned in,
Yes.
only to find out that we are about to tune out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. We
Yes.
appreciate it. Hey, if you've got any questions, text Shamans at webeamtv.com.
Absolutely.
Or go to the Facebook page, put in there, and get a hold of us. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. Actually, 3 of the stories today were from people that actually said, hey, can you talk about this?
There you go.
And we did, and it was really good. So any final words?
Bye.
Did APC back up?
Yeah, contact us. We can
Contact
help.
us. We can help you.
We do a lot of good stuff
That's
for
right.
great people, and you're a great people.
Even great people right here. See you guys next week. Have a techie
Bye-bye.
bit. Bye.
We got the plans 'cause we are the tech shamans. We understand 'cause we are the tech shamans. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Alright, so yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Cool.